Maryam, you are live now.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone to this coding session with Abu again, and of course Abu is here with me. Assalamu alaikum, Abu.
Walaikum assalam, Maryam. So mainly you will be doing the everything. I'll just be kind of, overseeing the stuff, okay?
Okay, inshallah. So before we begin, I know it's been a while since we had a coding session, so we're excited to start that again. But before we begin, I just want to mention a few points. So first of all, I saw how much amazing feedback you all gave in the community post where I promised that I would give 3 shout outs. So I read some of your comments and I was really overwhelmed with all the love and support. So I wanted to say thank you so much to everyone for commenting and saying such beautiful words. You all really know how to express yourselves so beautifully, and it really is very touching. And I just wanted to say thank you for that. And of course, I will give 3 shout outs. Now, all of your comments were amazing, but I just chose some 3 very beautiful comments. So I will just give shout out to them. So the first one I want to give a shout out to is, let me open it. Okay. I'll just have to go to the post. Just give me 1 second. I have to find the comment. Where did it go? Hold on, I think I have the wrong one. Okay, I'll just skip that one and go to the next one. So the first comment I want to talk about is from Sister Rushta from Bangladesh, and her YouTube ID was Salman Noor Munni. So Sister Rushta was just in her comment, she kind of wrote about how she is a silent supporter, and that I was the first person that she subscribed to, alhamdulillah, and that how I helped her throughout her life. And this comment really was very touching because the fact that a lot of you have that confidence that while being with me and all our other friends in this fandom, kind of, it's just going to be very happy and nice for all of you and for me as well. So this comment was really touching, and I'll just read a little bit of what she wrote. I started taking you as the only friend I had left. So yeah, thanks for helping me when I needed help. It's great to see how most of your supporters have their usernames named after you. And I hope I'll never be alone with you by my side. So thank you so much for also being by my side, Sister Rushta. And I hope that you can make a lot of amazing new friends, true friends in your life as well. And even in our fandom, you can make a lot of beautiful friends with all of our other friends here. So thank you so much for your beautiful comment. And then the next one that I want to give a shout out to is Nadim Khan. I'm not sure if that's the real name, but that's the YouTube ID. So the comment says, the 3 things that I loved in this video was Sister Maryam's kindness and love towards Fatima, the beautiful color matching dress, and their enthusiasm for going to school, especially for Sister Fatima, and the background scenario of your beautiful house, mashallah. So thank you so much, Nadim Khan, for your beautiful comment. And yes, Fatima is very, very enthusiastic about going to school. She's always excited and happy. And same for me. And the matching dresses from Pat, I agree, they were very beautiful, and Pat has very nice stuff. So on that note, if you haven't already watched the recent video that we made with Pat as a collaboration, you should go check that out right now. Yeah, so, well, not right now, after the live. And then thank you so much for your beautiful and kind words, and we really appreciate all your love and support. Okay, and then let me find the last comment now. I'm gonna give one more shout out. I wish I can give a shout out to all of your comments, but of course that would take a long time. Okay. The last one is for Sister Samia Akhtar. So she wrote about how when I answered, I think it's talking about the Q&A video I made with Fatima. So she had a question about when are you coming to Kuwait? And then Fatima was like, what is Kuwait? I said, it's another country where our favorite Imam Sheikh Mishari lives. And then Fatima was like, I want to meet Sheikh Mishari. And I was like, I want to meet him too. And then Sister Samia was like, I want to meet him too. So yeah, it was a kind of like funny, cute comment that I saw. And it was really very beautiful. So thank you so much, Sister Samia. She said, Masud family is the best. Masud family is my inspiration. So thank you so much for your beautiful words. Okay. So yeah, I wish I can give shout out to like more, but of course that will take a long time. All of you had such beautiful, amazing comments. All of your words are very touching. And again, thank you so much for all your love and support. All of us really appreciate it. And you all are inspirations to keep going and keep making these videos and everything. So yeah. Okay, so that's that. And yeah, so after the live, if you haven't watched the Pad video, you can go check that out. And I think those are all the points that I needed to mention before we start. Okay, so okay. So Abu, do you want to take over now?
Maryam, yeah, I will start the coding session. But before that, do you want to like talk to a few of the panelists that I added?
Yeah, sure.
And also maybe talk about some of the upcoming thing, like including the Janvik and Nasheed, right?
Okay. Okay, so I'll just say some of the upcoming stuff that we have. So I think the Nasheed Brother Zain Bikha will be coming out very soon. I'm not sure what date exactly, but we're working on it. So just stay tuned for that. Mostly the recording and everything is finished. Now it's just putting it together and the editing and stuff. So that's gonna be out soon. And so I can mention the thing on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, actually, it's not coming out on Tuesday, is it? It's just for, okay, so.
It will be on 2nd or 3rd of October, but you can talk, I mean.
Okay, so on October 2nd or October 3rd, inshallah, you'll see very, very amazing session that I'm super excited for, and I'm super, honored to be doing this. Basically, inshallah, I'll be doing an interview with Dr. Muhammad Yunus. And if you don't know who Dr. Muhammad Yunus is, he was a Nobel Prize winner, and he also got many other awards for different areas like sports, environment, like literally everything. So, and also even he spoke in the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. So very, very honored to be able to get this opportunity, and I'm very excited to ask some questions to our beloved Dr. Muhammad Yunus, our respected Dr. Muhammad Yunus. So yeah, inshallah, you'll be able to see that on October 2nd or October 3rd. So that was another point. Let me think. Also, there's the collaboration with the my Australian friends. That's gonna come out soon as well. I think that's all for now. I can't remember anything else from the top of my head. So, okay, now I'll talk to a few of my friends who are here. Sister Ajwa, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam, Maryam. How are you doing?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
So are you excited to be here again with the coding session?
Yes, I am very excited, especially because I haven't been here for a while because I went to New York to see one of my friends.
Oh, really? That's very cool. I mean, New York is really close by from where I live, so.
Yeah, but we didn't go much. All we did is go to the hospital because my cousin's dad has like stage 4 cancer, so we just went to visit him.
May Allah make it easy for him and the entire family and give him a quick shifa. I mean, okay.
Jazakallah.
Okay, well, it's nice having you again here, Sister Ajwa, and hopefully we'll learn some fun coding today. Okay.
Can I see Fatima?
Fatima, she's not here right now. Maybe at the end, inshallah. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Sister Shabi Hayat, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Sister Maryam.
How are you?
I'm fine, Alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Do you want to turn on your video?
Yes, actually, I wanted, but in this device there is no camera. I'm trying from another device, but I'm not getting it in.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. I mean, if you want to leave and come back to somehow make it work, that's fine too. But anyways, I thought you had your hand up, so did you have a question?
No, I didn't had a question actually. By mistakenly, I did.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nice having you here, and hopefully you're excited to learn some coding today.
Yes, I'm more excited to talk to you and learn from you mainly.
Okay, inshallah. All right. Sister Alina, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm doing good, alhamdulillah. So, Sister Alina, where are you from?
I'm from Pakistan.
Pakistan, mashallah. Very nice. So are you excited to learn coding?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Sister Atufa Iftikhar, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing well.
And what about Fatima?
She's doing good, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I'm so happy to join the Sine membership.
I'm so happy to be talking to you as well, Sister Atufa. So where are you joining from?
I'm from India.
India, mashallah. All right. Do you have any questions or anything?
Not yet, but I'm so happy.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Sister Zainab, assalamu alaikum. You're on mute, so I can't hear you.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. All right. And where are you from? I remember seeing you. I think you were in like previous sessions, right?
Yes.
Was it your first time or were you here before?
I joined 3 times before.
Oh, mashallah, that's amazing. Okay. All right. So it's nice to see you again.
Thank you. I'm from Pakistan.
Okay, Pakistan, mashallah. Right. And finally, we have Sister Aisha Shaiba. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
Fine, Alhamdulillah. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. I still remember you, Sister Aisha Shaiba. You're the one with a very beautiful voice from the Maldives, right? Yes. So very nice to have you here again. And do you have any questions or anything?
No, not yet at least.
Yeah, no, yeah, we didn't start learning, so how can we have questions, right? Okay. All right. Did I miss anyone? Oh, we have Sister Bushra, Maryam's air conditioner. Wait, I get it, because fan, air conditioner. That's a very funny name. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Bushra. Can she hear me? Sister Bushra, can you hear me? Maybe she can't hear me. Maybe the air conditioner is too loud, so she can't hear me. Okay. All right, then inshallah we'll try to come back to her and see if her audio works later on. Okay. Oh, somebody shared. Who's sharing screens? I didn't do that. Okay, Sister Bushra is writing something. I am not able. Okay, I think she's writing, I'm not able to speak. Wow, so innovative. If you can't speak, you just share your screen and write it down. Okay, unmute. Okay, that's fine, Sister Bushra. Maybe you can try to leave and join again and see if that works. Okay? Can you stop sharing your screen, please, so that I can share my screen as well? Just try to leave the meeting and join again and see if that works. How do you? Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so that means I talked to all the panelists, and yeah. Okay, so now, Abu, do you want to start the lesson?
Yes, Maryam, maybe we can start now. Today we'll be talking about chapter 3, right? I think I sent the link, or we sent the link to everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me open that.
Sister Maryam,
Yes.
I'm not sure what you mean by think. Probably because I wasn't here.
So we have like an online website that we're following for the coding, and we sent the link for that on the email. So you should probably have it in your email.
What if I can't find it? Because probably I deleted all my email.
That's okay, because we're gonna share our screen and we'll send it again afterwards, like in the next session. So you'll be able to see anyways. It's fine.
Okay.
Let me share the screen so you'll be able to see it here.
Excuse me, sister.
Yes.
Can you please let me in with my another device? I'm joining with the same ID
Oh, okay.
because I'm unable to switch on my camera over here.
Okay, so your name, what is your name for the other device?
It is as Shabi Hayat.
Okay. I don't know how to let you in. I don't think I can.
Yeah, I'll let what is the name? Maybe tell me, I'll let her in.
Shabi Hayat.
Okay, let me see. So before I let her in, the name is, can you see the name?
Yeah, I can see. greenteapress.com/think.
Sister Maryam?
Yes. Okay, I don't know who's
I
talking.
am Zainab, Sister Fatma.
Who's talking right now? Sorry, I couldn't understand.
I am Zainab's older sister Fatma.
Oh, Sister Fatima. Oh, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I am good.
Okay. Okay, so anyways, the name for the website was greenteapress.com/think apjava/html/thinkjava005.html. And I'll just share my screen. Or Abu, you'll share your screen, right? Did you share?
Yeah, I'm already sharing. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah. So it's just at the top.
Yeah, so the idea is, so Maryam, eventually you can share, make sure you open this space, right? But mainly the idea is we'll talk about few things, right? Maybe I'll go over a few things quickly, and then maybe you can create the project, right? And then do some of the exercise, right? That's the idea, very simple. I also created one, maybe initially I will share, and then later on you can continue on from there. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so we will learn about methods, right, in Java, right? But before we learn about methods, we need to understand a few things, how it works, right? Just 1 second. Okay, so in the last session, we talked about like how the double, how do we typecast double into integer and stuff, right? If you remember, right, let's say if you have an integer, if you have a parameter which is double, and double means a floating point, right? It's like something point, like let's say 3.14159, that's a double, right?
Yes.
And so, Maryam, you told me that in your school also you are learning typecasting, right? How to typecast and stuff, right? So it will be also useful for your school. So int, string, double, these are the types of variables, right? And whenever you want to convert, let's say you want to convert a double variable into int. So the syntax is very simple, right? The way you do, you say int, and then if your first variable is a double, right? Then you put that double int in the brackets, right? That means you are actually typecasting. The reason we are saying, it's kind of forcing a type, right? Even though this pi is of type double, right? But when you are forcing it to be int, then it becomes an int type, right? That's how you force it or typecast it. And the reason sometimes it is necessary because maybe your, since we're going to be talking about method, and method takes parameters, right? And you may have to pass a parameter that is not of the double type. So then you convert that into the int type, right? So later on, I'll show you a couple of examples how it is done, right, in program. But you can see is the method is very simple. You declare something, and then if you have a different parameter, then you kind of force it to be of that type. So one thing I need to understand. So when it takes the parameter and then convert it into integer, it only takes the integer portion of it, right? Meaning, let's say if it is 3.14159, then it will just take the 3, right? And then leave the 0.14159. Okay, so up to this point is clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see in the code then, right? So we have this. Previously you have learned, right, how to create a project, underneath a project how to create a package, and then the class, right? So
Yeah.
do you remember?
Let me just do that too. Okay, first you have to create a project.
Yeah, maybe share then. You share and then I'll show you.
Okay, because I kind of forgot how to do it. Okay, let me share then. So I have my Eclipse open. This is like an old one that we did. So I'm gonna create a new project.
Yeah, just create a new project, or maybe under Java with Maryam, you already created a project, right? You already have. Just expand that.
Okay.
And yeah, so under source, where you see it has source, just right click on that.
Okay.
No, I'm saying right, yeah, and then new, go to new.
New
And
package?
first, first create the package, yeah.
Should I name it
Chapter
casting?
3, maybe, yeah, just say that chapter 3.
Oh, chapter
It's going to be easier to track later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't name it like that. Okay, hold on.
No, maybe put chapter 3 together.
Chapter... Yeah, that's better. Okay, and then under chapter 3, I have to create a class, right?
Yeah.
And this time I'll name it casting.
No, actually, you will be learning more than casting. Maybe say, casting and method or something like that. Yeah, so that.
And okay.
Now you see this is created. Now the only thing you do, copy the main function, public static void main from somewhere else. No, go to your hello world program or any other program. Yeah, only copy this portion because this is always needed.
Yes.
No, all 3 lines.
Oh, you need all of them?
The whole no. I'm saying 5, 6, 7.
Oh, okay. We don't need the system out print, do we? Unless we're printing.
You may have to print something, right?
I kind of memorized the system out print thing though, because I did it a lot in school. So.
Oh, okay, that's good. So this is the basic thing, right? It's just like review, right? First, you create the, your package. Sorry, you create your package, and then you create the project package, and then class. These are the 3 steps, right? If you haven't already done so, if you already have an existing project, you can use it. If you have already existing package, you can use it. But usually the source or the class you have to create again and again if you learn new things, right? So that's better. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Now, Maryam, you have the other, the casting portion that you already learned. Can you open that and maybe copy that back here? And you'll see how magically it works.
Which part should I copy? This one? No, not that one.
No, I'm saying the one that I just elaborated, how the casting works. Just show it how the casting works, right?
You can't see my screen. I'm showing it right now.
No, I only see your, no, you'll have to go back to the other screen, right? The book, I mean the ebook, yeah, here. No, copy the portion where the next few lines.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, here. Okay.
So essentially what you are doing here, you are declaring first pi as a floating point, right? Or
Yeah.
as a double variable, right? But your goal is to convert that, like a simple task here. Your goal is to convert the pi into an integer type, right? So in that case, you say instead of double x, you say int x, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one change it to int x, yeah. Because you want to
use 20.
I mean, it is just multiplying by 20. Just remove 20. Just see what happens if you yeah.
And then I just need to print pi, right?
Yeah, but you wanna say something? I mean, before that, remember that's why I told you to keep the syntax. You have to write. Now it's going to directly print the variable. But if you wanna say something, this is a conversion. Yeah.
Of pi is
In form, right?
in int form, yeah. And can you write in int form? Like, will it, I think it will work, right? Why does
Yeah, and then you know the syntax. Remember, Maryam, you have to give a comma right after that. Oh, you can do that way. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so now should I print it?
Yeah, just run it.
Where's the run button? I can't see.
The top corner, right? Yeah, that one.
Okay. Oh wait, I have to put a space. Okay.
No. Yeah, exactly. But you did a mistake. Can you tell me what mistake you did?
Oh, x after I x.
Yeah, exactly. Because you are trying to show how the typecast happen on x, right? Because x, you see that x take only 3, right? That was the exercise I want to do. Now, if you do let's say instead of int x, if you say double x, right? Then what will happen? Do you know?
It's just wait. If you say double x is equal to int pi.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, what happened? Why don't you try?
I think it will be an error. Maybe not. Let's see. Oh, it's still. Oh, okay. It just comes with 0.0. That
It makes sense, right? Because remember, originally, I mean, there is two operations happen here, right? First, we say, okay, pi is declared as a double. Of course, it takes the whole value, right? And then second, we're saying, okay, just typecast pi into int. That's when it becomes a 3, right? From 3.14150 to 3. And then we're saying, no, print as a double. So then that's why it added this 0.0, right?
Yes, makes sense.
So, but you know, eventually you will write int x because it doesn't make sense, right? You are converting, then again assigning to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So up to this point is clear. Now go back to your book. Yeah.
Okay, let me go back to the book.
You cannot switch from this page to other one. Oh yeah, you can, right? Okay. So this is good, right? Now, next chapter, it talks about methods, right? So what it actually does, let's say if you need to do certain operation and then you wanna use the library function, right? And you know, right, there are certain methods that are already implemented as part of the Java libraries, right? So you can essentially invoke them, right? For example, if you want to calculate what is square root of 17, right? Instead of like, you know, writing a function to do all those operations, right? Now, the way usually you do square root, right? There are many steps involved, right? So all those things are already solved as part of this this method, right? So this is a built-in method in the Java library.
So it's just math dot square sqrt.
Yeah, just copy that line and yeah, maybe copy all 3 lines. So we'll go over those 3 lines one after another.
Okay. Should I just put it here?
Yeah, fine. So for now, you can comment out 13 and 14 because we're going to talk about only the root method, right? I'm sorry, the square root method, right? Yeah, comment out that. Backslash. Yeah. Yeah. So now, can we explain what is happening in this function, square root function?
Okay, so the root, okay, so it says signing the type of the variable is the double and the name is the root, and it's saying that it's just saying math square root of 17. So this is the, like, how should I describe it? This is just like the way you have to just do the square root function. Like you don't need to do all the operations or anything. You just write this and it will work automatically.
So maybe let me tell you on that, right? So math is the library name, right? That you know, Java library always already implemented many different methods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Square root is just happen to be one, and you will find many right later on, right?
Yes.
So in this case, it is invoking dot meanings. It is asking the compiler go to math library and find the square root method, and on that method pass 17.0 as a parameter, right? And
yes.
Then give me the result. And what you are doing, you are taking the result in a variable which is of type double, right? You could have say, okay, int, but then it's gonna truncate all the elements after point, right? But in this case, it's gonna print you everything. Maybe do a print and you'll see what happened. So first, before you print, can you tell what is the expectation here?
So I don't know what the square root of 17 is. It'll
but
probably
no, square root of 16 is
something.
Exactly 4 point something. Yep.
Okay, system.out.print. Value of now the square root. I just write the square root of 17 is plus root. Semicolon. Okay, let's print it now. Oh, I forgot to take out the pi stuff. Okay, just look at the second line.
Yeah, why don't we comment out the line 10 once we are done with it? No, not everything, just the system out. Yeah, so that it is only showing the thing that you need.
Okay.
Yep. It's good, right? Likewise, there are many other functions. Let's say if you want to calculate sine, maybe now uncomment out the other 2 line and show. So if you, instead of, let's say, instead of root, if you print height, so what happened?
Okay. Instead of root, I will print. What is it the height of?
So you need to understand this math sine function, right? You know what is sine, cos, all those things, right?
Yeah.
So usually, you know, let's say, for example, we know the value of sine 30 or sine 45, sine 90, sine 0. Sine 0 is 1, I believe, right? Or sine 0 is 0, I forgot. Anyway, so this angle is not in degree format, right? So Maryam, do you remember what are the formats that angle can be specified?
Just as an angle, like, or like radian?
Radian, exactly. So by default, when you specify angle, it is radian. That means 1.5 is really in radian, right? Now, if you wanna convert that radian to let's say degree, then there is a calculation, right? But it automatically does that for you. So it's automatically taking as a radian. Math.sine 1.5 meanings, I don't know what is 1.5. You need to convert, like you need to essentially, so what is the conversion? 360 meaning 2 pi, right? So in that case,
Pi is equal to 180.
Yeah, pi equal 180. That means pi is what? 3.15 Actually, go back to the book. It gives you the conversion. So then you know what degree you are converting with sine function. You see, this is the conversion from degree to so if you now do a degree, right, then math dot pi divided by 360, right? So if your angle is in degrees, right?
Okay, so for example, if it was 90, it would just be pi over 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
No, not pi over 2. So pi over, so it is converting, right? It is basically your degree times 2 times math dot pi slash 360. That's the formula to convert, right?
Mhm.
But anyway, so for now, let's see what is the value of sine 1.5. And then you can check online sine 1.5, what is the value, and we'll match it.
Oh wait, I have to. It's not the square root of 17. What should I call it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to call it, so I'll just keep it like this. Okay, so it's equal to 0.9974.
Yeah, that's good. Now tell me, what is the range of sine value? Do you remember? Can sine be 2? Can sine theta be 2? No, right? Sine, the maximum value is 1, and then 0 is the lowest value, and 1 is, that's why you see this value, right? Now do a Google on sine 1.5, right? Let's see if it is correct.
Yeah, it's right.
Yep. But definitely this is in radian, right? But can you convert 1.5 radian 1.5 to degree? Let's say I want to see what is 1.5.
Yeah, let me go to decimals. Scientific. So what do you need to convert?
1.5. I just want to see what is 1.5 in degree.
Sine 1.5 or just
No, just 1.5. Radian 1.5 to degree.
1.5? Okay. I don't think it's gonna show like that. If I do sine 1.5, it will show you the degrees. So here's the.
No, then you have to do sine in inverse, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. Hold on. Sine. $1.5. It's undefined.
No. I think we are doing something wrong here. Hold on. So what I'm trying to say, you say convert radian 1.5 to degree. Just write that. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So it comes there, right?
Okay.
So it's basically 85 degree, right? Because sine 90 is sine 85 is close to like 1, but sine 90 is 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I mean, that's a different concept we are discussing. It's like a tangent, but let's go back, right? The original idea, I mean, I just want to verify this value is correct. What is printing? It will be correct, I know, but it just confirmed, right? So the idea is how you learned here how to use a built-in library function, right?
Yes.
Likewise, can you go back now your lesson, see if there is any other quick built-in function we need to learn? Yeah. So it shows like you already learned how to, and round is another one. Now, Maryam, can you tell me what would be the difference between rounding and when you typecast something to int, right? Let's say the variable is 1.999, right?
Yeah,
And
so int it would be just 1, but if you rounded it would be 2.
Great, yeah, you understand. So then let's do that quick exercise on int x, that line. Yeah, so you will see the difference. It is doing on the same thing, pi, right? And you can remove the
Why did you put in times 20? What does that do?
It's just an example, nothing.
Okay.
But remove the other you cannot use the same variable, right?
Oh yeah, okay. I'll
So
put
you see x1 or something, or y, yeah.
x, not x. Now I'll put y, and the value of pi rounded is. I commented this out. what happened?
I think there is exception over there. So you just say pi, not math.pi, just pi. You can say just pi. Yeah. Inside that, just say pi. No, small pi.
It still didn't work. Oh, maybe because of this line. No, it's not working.
Sorry, I was like, I had a call. So it's not working. Go back to the book. Let's see. There is a syntax mistake probably. So what did we do wrong here? Math.round. So what happened if you copy the full line? It's not working. It is.
Okay, let's see if it works.
No, I still see an error message.
Yeah, it's not working.
It says what? Type mismatch, cannot convert from long to int. Oh, I see. It's probably returning a long. Then why don't you say long instead of int? Let's see long.
I didn't learn long. What is a long?
It's another, like, it's a long. If it is a variable, is very long, then you need that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
So meaning this looks like this math round function is expecting. So right, each of the method expect what type of return it is, right? Let's say if a function is returning character, right? If a method returns a character and you are putting that character in an integer, it's not going to work, right? So I think the book has a little bit mistake. It is expecting a long, or maybe we are missing a library here, one of those two. Anyway, you got the concept, right? Long means if your integer is a very big number. So although here you are giving a small number, but it could be big. That's why it is expecting a big number. Yeah. Big type, right?
Well, I think it's because even though we named pi as this, they're actually using this pi from their library, and pi is obviously a very extremely long number. It keeps going on, so that's why.
Yeah, good catch. Okay, so now go back. So now we learned about two things, right? Can you summarize maybe, Maryam, what are the two things we learned?
Okay, so first we learned how to cast one type of a variable into another. So for example, you can cast a double into an integer by just doing the simple adding the int in brackets after you name it. You can actually also do it the other way around. You can just say int int a number is equal to 4, and if you say double and then cast it into a double, then it will just give you 4.0. So you can do it both ways. And then the other thing that we learned is the methods. So there's some methods that there exist in the library from beforehand. So you can use those methods to make doing some calculations easier. So for example, if you want to do square root, you can just use this, which is math.square root, and then it will give you the square root of 17. And then we also learned about how to use sine and get the angle and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
And then you also learn how to do round, right? And round.
Yeah.
Okay,
rounding long decimal into just an integer.
Okay, let's see if we can cover one more item, right? So next is composition, right? Let's see if there is anything in composition. Oh, composition is basically nothing. You can kind of take multiple things, one inside another one. For example, here you can see, right? So on the first line, it says math.cos, cosine, right? Cosine, and then in brackets, it says angle plus math.pi. So it is invoking multiple things, right? Math.pi and math.cosine, all those things you can kind of mix and match, right? It's okay.
Okay.
So now the important thing is the next one, right? The adding new methods. This one is very important. And I believe I briefly covered in the last meeting in summary, but I'm gonna go over again. So in Java programming, we use function and methods kind of interchangeably, right? Mm-hmm. Meaning sometimes you will see that people refer function, sometimes it's a method. It's basically the same thing, right? It's just the nomenclature, right? So you can either say method or function is same thing. So the function or method has few things, right? Remember in the last session we said, right, it has a return value, it has a name, it also takes a list of parameter, and then it has a statement, right? 4 or 5 things it has, right? So I'm talking about this the public static void name, right? This line, yeah. No, you are just passing this. Can you highlight these lines? Top, you see? Yeah, that's the one, right? Now, if you take that as an example, maybe add a new method in your class, Maryam. Maybe just this new line. Following that example, you can. No, remember you have to do that outside of the method.
Oh, yeah,
right?
it's a new static void thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll do it. Does it have to be after this bracket?
Yes, exactly. It has to be after that, but not really. Now you can name anything, right?
Why does it show errors?
Because I think the reason you are seeing error message because all these names and stuff is probably not liking, right? So you copy the other 2-3 lines, not these lines. These lines are like kind of statement.
Like these?
Go back, yeah, that's better.
Okay, then I'll put this here. Okay.
It's good now, and give a gap between 18 and 19 so that you understand that this is a new method, and usually you have to follow the kind of process, right? Whenever you add a new function, first you say something, right? You put a like comment, like line number 19. You say that adding a new function and say whatever the reason is, right? These are like documentation, so it's gonna be useful for you later on to read the program. No, that one, that one is the main function, right? You just say this is the main function. All program has to have a main function. All of your.
The main one?
Yeah, you just say this is main function.
Okay.
Now let's do something new in the new method, right? And then we invoke that from the main, right? So the idea is, right, like we discussed in last class, right? Whenever you run, it usually go to the main and then execute, right? So it's not going to automatically, let's say if you want to do something in the new line and you run the program, why don't you print something? Try to print something here, right? Say that testing new line.
I'm kind of confused. What is this doing? It's just saying that there's a new line and then you're printing a new line?
Yeah, the whole purpose of this method is printing a new line, right?
Okay.
So now if compile, you notice that it's not printing. Do you know why?
Because it's not in the main one?
Yeah, you have to invoke this from the main one, right? So all the way at the end.
Just write new line here, right?
Exactly. If you say new line, then it's done. No, not that way. You have to put a bracket.
Oh, a bracket? Okay.
And then a semicolon.
Inside. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So then you
It's
learn.
basically like a function, right?
Yeah, it is a function, right? As I said, like method and function we use interchangeably.
Okay, got it.
Okay, let's go back. Let's see if we can do something a little bit.
Can I show you like something that I learned in school now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll do it here. So what I learned was, okay, for example, if we name an integer, let's say int, let's name it, what should I name it? I don't know, is equal to 7. Then I learned that you can do.
No, you're missing a semicolon.
Oh, sorry. I always forget to put the semicolons. Okay, I learned that if you do, okay, and then I want to say another int result is equal to, okay, wait, no, I'm gonna name 2 integers here. Int number 1 and, oh, you can't put number in it, can you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, int number 2 and make this equal to like 5. So then if I do int result and I do 7, actually no, I can do, wait, I'm trying to remember number 1, int number 1, and then if I do equal, was it this? I think it was this, times number 2. Is that how?
No, this is good. This is good. I mean, just put a semicolon after each line. You are missing. That's why a lot of error.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a complex statement, right? Let's see if.
But it shows an error though. I'm not sure.
No, because you spelled it wrong. You have to use the same thing. So remove the. You already declare number 1, right? You don't have to declare again. Just remove number int in front of line 20.
Oh,
you already declared.
Right. I already declared it. Okay, I got it.
And also, you have a probably spelling mistake, is it?
Delete this token. Why? I don't want to delete it. Because I'm trying to multiply it. That's what I'm trying and save it.
Is it like a star equal or equal star? I forgot.
Oh, maybe it is star equal. That might be it.
Yep.
Okay, let's try both.
Explain. No, before you. Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I have to first do a system.
No, Maryam,
Yes,
do this, right? Maybe, since you write this new line, right? Why don't you pass this parameter in new line, right? So line 17, can you copy after line 20? Just, move that line after line 20. So we'll do an experiment here.
Okay.
Yeah. And then inside new line, you pass the number 1, right? Just inside that, in the brackets, you say number 1. You are passing it, and then here you print it, right?
Okay.
No, not yet. No, there is mistake. So you have to fix that, right? How do you fix it? No, not that. Don't do anything there. So now you are saying the new line should take a parameter, but you are not defining that way, right? So when you declare the method new line, you need to be consistent, right? You are saying new line should take a parameter. Then why don't you put the parameter here, right? When you are defining, you are saying that it should take an int type, right? You say int result or something.
In new line inside it?
Yeah, int result.
I'm very confused though.
No, I'll explain you. This is a little bit tricky. So first, like 2 things you are doing here, right? Number one, so now you are changing the method structure, right? Originally, it was a void new line function, and it doesn't take anything, right? It doesn't take any parameter, right? But remember, function or method can take parameters. It can take multiple parameters, multiple things, right? So here you are saying, okay, I'm defining a new method which should take a parameter. It can be result. You can just put a x there. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I think I get it. Okay, I get it. And then you would say int result in here, and over here you would have to put.
Yeah, exactly. Now you got the point. No, not the full thing. You just print number. You say that, okay, I want to see what is the result.
Number 1, right?
Yeah.
Number 1.
No, but give some description, otherwise it's going to be confusing.
Okay. Result. Oops, what is that? And then over here I have to write int result, right?
No.
Oh, I have to write number 1?
Yeah, number 1. That is one thing I'm going to explain you later on. Maybe let me explain you now.
Because I thought that you made new line, like the thing you named it like.
No, hold on. So what I'm saying, when you are defining a new function, right, you can say anything, but you don't necessarily need to match it when you call it, right? It's just like the type is the important thing. What you name is irrelevant. So, here, whatever you are saying is fine, right? You can say x, like, why don't you try x, right? You say int x, even then that it work. But when you pass it, when you invoke the function and pass it, the type has to match, right? You said int, and if you are passing character, then it's going to be a compilation error, right? Okay. Now it's good. Now try it.
But I'm just confused about one thing. Where for when you do new line, you're calling new line here, so it's going to, isn't it just going to print the number 1 value that they're taking, or is it going to print this as well?
No, so okay, let's go over the line by line, right? So when you are defining line 18, so what is happening, right? In number one variable, you are putting 7, right? That's clear, right?
Yes.
So when you are defining line 19, you are putting number 5 into number 2, right?
Yes.
And then interestingly, see what is happening in the line 20. You are saying, okay, now number 1, I have a like bucket number 1. Replace that with multiplying whatever previously I had on number 1 and number 2, right? Meaning, so essentially you are saying number 1 equal number 1 times number 2. That's what this line means, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. So there is another way you can write the same line, right? It's just it's a kind of shortcut way. The other way is you can say number 1 equal number 1 times number 2, right?
Yeah.
But this is a shortcut way. Anyway, you understand that line. So that means after execution of this 3 line, what will happen? Number 1's value will be replaced by number 1 and number 2's multiplication result, right? Meaning now number 1 contains 5 times 7, which is 35, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Up to that, you go good, right?
Yes, got it.
Okay, now when you now invoking new line, now you are saying, okay, I'm gonna use this new line method to print the result in a separate function, right? So now you are, as if you are passing someone like, hey, take my number 35 and print it the way it is defined on that function, right?
Okay. Yes.
So then you are passing the 35 on new line, and when this function is invoked, this function is doing nothing except like it is just printing. It says, okay, the result of multiplying number 1 and 2 is, why there is a mistake?
There's a
Oh, no. Here you have to say, int x, right? Number 1 is not in this scope. In this scope, you are using x.
this.
No. There is fine, but in this function's context, you don't have number 1, right? You have only x, right?
I think, yeah, maybe.
So did you get that, this part, up to this part?
I didn't get why you just changed that into X, but
Because you define here this way. Let's see if it works first.
oh, okay, I got it. Because you had made new line is int X, and that's storing number 1. So when you do it, okay, I think I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one more time, since you didn't understand this method. So whenever you define a method, so each method has its own variable. I mean, there is, of course, like, variable that can be used for any function. We will go over that later, like kind of global kind of variable. But here, each variable is only applicable within that context. Context means whatever variable you define for this new method, which is new line method, is only this function will have access to that, right? Likewise, when you define number 1, number 2, that is only applicable for the context of main method, right?
Yes.
So anything outside of the main method, they don't have access to that variable, right? Because the context is only local, right?
Okay.
Likewise, x is only for the context of the method new line. Now, the reason it still works, because when you are calling new line, you are saying new line, I'm passing 35. Now you handle how you want to handle. So, and the way it is handling, it is basically using x. Whenever you call new line and pass 35, the x variable is getting the value. It's as if you are throwing something to another variable.
Okay, I got that.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then we're done, I guess.
Yeah, I think up to, I mean, we learned quite a few things, right? So maybe summarize one more time and then you're good.
Let me share again. Okay, so basically what we learned today is we learned how to cast, I think I removed that, but we learned how to cast a double into an integer. And then we learned some methods that already exist in like the library. So for example, we learned the square root method, and then we learned the rounding, and we learned the sine. So those are a few of the methods we learned. And then the last thing that we did was how we can use we can add a new method, and we can use that method and call it in the main function. So this one is just an example of how we multiplied 2 numbers and stored it in the first numbers. In the first number, and then we made that into x, and then we called that something like So yeah.
No. Maryam, not made that into X, right? Like I said, right? When you are calling a new method, you are passing the number 1, right?
Yeah.
But
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
so I added like few more, like maybe
I am from Pakistan. My name is Shano.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Shahnur, you wanna wait for a second? Let me finish up 1 more minute, okay? And then we'll Maryam is gonna talk to you, few of you.
Okay.
So whenever you define a new method, right, you can invoke that method with the necessary parameter, right?
Yes.
But whenever you want to print or do anything on that, right, you need to use those local variables. You cannot use number 1 or number 2 in the new method, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So when you call new line with number 1, as if number 1 is copied over automatically to X, right? And
Yeah.
then this method is using X.
Okay.
Like same thing, right? You can think about like when you are calling new line number 1 and then number 1 equal X.
Yeah, I got.
Automatically equating. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Maryam. We'll go deeper in next meeting, next session.
Wow, a lot of people. Okay. Okay, so
Talk to the folks that joined new, right? And then we good.
okay, assalamu alaikum, brother Shahnur. You said your name was Shahnur? You're on mute, so I can't hear you.
Yes, my name is Shano.
Okay, how are you?
I am fine. I want to read Quran to you.
Okay, you can recite like a few minutes. Okay, just 2 minutes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you say? Please say next time. I didn't understand.
If you want to recite for a few minutes, you can recite.
Okay. Can I read any surah?
Yeah, anything. Just 2 minutes, okay? Not more than that. So if you're not ready, I can come back to you after I talk to you.
So Maria, maybe clarify, today's class is for only programming and question related to that. And we have the Quran class when, you can join back and recite. But if you want to quickly recite, that's fine, but you are not ready, looks like.
Yeah. If you want, you can just do it next time, okay? When we do the Quran class, since this was a coding class, okay?
Now can I read?
Okay, go ahead. You can read.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. هل أتاك
Okay, brother Shahnur, maybe you can recite next time, okay? Inshallah, we'll listen to your recitation next time. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Sister Shamreen, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, dear sister Maryam. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good too.
Okay, I can't see you today.
Yes, I didn't turn on my video today.
Okay, that's fine. All right, do you have any questions or anything about the class? Okay. Looks like she's having some problems. Okay, let's see. Sister Nashiha, assalamu alaikum. Sister Nashiha, can you hear me?
Walaikum assalam, sister.
How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing well. So do you want to turn on your camera?
It's okay. Not interested.
Okay, sure. That's fine. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, then. Let's see. Sayyidat, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, Sister Maryam.
How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Looks like nobody wants to turn on their videos today for some reason. Okay, well, how was today's session? Did you enjoy it? Oh, there we go. I can see you, Sister Sayyidat.
I enjoyed today's, but first time I can't join this meeting. I don't know why that. Last time I joined.
Oh, so you couldn't join last time, so today was your first time?
No, today is my second time with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe Maryam, let me explain. I know what she's talking about. So the way the class is, right, you will see, right, you will be able to watch it live on the YouTube link. But in order to be panelist, we only add, as you can see, right, only 13, 14 panelists every day, right? Otherwise, managing everyone, let's say if we add like 20, 50 panelists, then it's going to be very difficult to manage everyone because a lot of you have questions we're going to be answering, Maryam is going to be answering. That's why we selectively add few, like 10, 15 panelists. And the reason last time you were able to attend from the beginning because we added you at the beginning, but this time we added you again at the end, right? So you can ask few questions if you have related to the Java class. And another point I want to make sure I explain. So the priority, the way Maryam is going to be talking to the panelists, if your video is on. If your video is not on, then then it is difficult to communicate, right? As you can see, right, we don't understand. There is a lot of confusion. So you need to turn on the video if you want to really have a conversation with Maryam. So that's the rule we'll follow going forward. Okay, hope it clarifies.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I think then I talked to everybody, but if anyone has any questions, then you can raise your hand or just say it.
Sister Maryam,
Yes.
where is Fatima?
She's upstairs. I don't know what she's doing though, so.
Oh, and her piercing was so beautiful and cute.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell her that.
Okay.
Okay. Sister Ajwa, do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. So this is kind of unnecessary, but you know that you got Fatima got her piercing a couple weeks ago or something?
Yeah.
So when do you normally do your piercing? Because I did my piercing when I was 2 months old.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like whenever your parents want you to do it, then you just do it. Then.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think that it's your choice, but like I wouldn't think that when you grow older, they'll understand what they're actually doing and they'll cry.
True, I guess. I don't know, to be honest. It's like I also did it when I was around Fatima's age, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. All right, and I think that's all. So thank you all so much for joining. Hope you enjoyed the class and learned some. I know it was a little bit long and like a lot of information at once, but if you practice, then hopefully you'll get the hang of it. I will also practice too, so yeah. Okay, inshallah.
And Maryam, just for like whoever is joining new probably for this class, I mean, there are another 4 classes happened before this class. So those classes are easier. Like we go over in detail how you set up the Eclipse environment, how we create project, package, everything is explained in detail. So if you are new to this class today, then please review those classes. It's going to be easier for you to going forward. Because as we go, we're going to go deeper and deeper. So if you're first time joining, you may not understand. That's why you need to review the older classes. It's going to be very easy then, okay?
Okay. Yeah, so if you want to go review old classes, then you can do that as well. And yeah, so I think that's all for today. Inshallah, see you all next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Mr. Maryam, I have something to say first, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
But I didn't get to thank you for this rehab. I was the first place winner.
Oh, really? MashaAllah.
I use it a lot.
I'm very happy.
Wa iyyakum. Thank you so much. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Bye.